Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the beginning of day 57. Since the video last night, we had a really nasty rain shower, thunderstorm come in. I was so glad to get here in time to be able to have a spot in the shelter and not have to tent. Although the tenting would have been nice. Most of them stayed dried because of the forest floor here is very, very spongy, and a lot of the water then, instead of bouncing up into the out of the rain flies into the tent, just went into the ground. So they all stay pretty dry. But we probably got in a series through the night of about 4 storms that came down. We got lightning, hail, a lot of rain, probably about 2.5, 3 inches of rain altogether. So I stayed dried, slept okay, and now it's time to get moving on. Today my goal is to get to Overland Mountain Shelter. There's 2 shelters down. It's about 8 miles. Then there's a place where we could camp called Doll Flats. Might be a little bit too far, 13, because we have thunderstorms coming back in this afternoon about 2 o'clock. So it may be one of those days where we just get to the next shelter, or the next shelter after the next shelter, about 8 miles, and then hunker down for safety and protection from lightning and thunder and stuff like that. So anyway. My big concern today is a lot more down than up, which means my knees and roots that are wet, rocks that are wet, and mud. All those are good, bad combinations for somebody that's got challenges. And yesterday too, I think I pulled a hamstring, so it's going to take a little bit of extra care. So anyway, take care, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thought I'd show you a picture of the trail this morning. Yeah. There's more water right there by that rock than what was in that stream last night that I tried to get water out of to drink. Just walked out of the clouds. Oh, look at that. So maybe it was a legitimate stream, because now it's dry. All right. So we're walking out of the clouds, getting some sunshine. Be able to get this rain jacket off here in a little bit after I warm up, and hopefully get some good hiking in. Well, okay, kind of getting back into it's hard to it's hard to walk on this loose rock, but at least right here there are no roots to trip over, which is kind of nice. Roan Mountain's really pretty. It was just such a beast yesterday to get up and then have it end with, we had a lot of people in that shelter last night. People trying to, some guys that came in, literally came in, probably an hour into the really nasty lightning and thunderstorm and hypothermia, and they were scared to death. Nothing like hiking on the highest mountain in the area with a couple metal poles in your hand with lightning striking all around to put a little bit of fear into you. You know, probably if you think playing golf during lightning is stupid, probably hiking on a mountain with poles is probably equally as dangerous. But hey, at some point in time you're committed and you have no more choice but to keep going, or just find a safe place and throw up a shelter. Some people are afraid to do that. They're like, oh, I gotta get to an approved camping spot, or I gotta get to the spot where it says it's okay to do that on the map. But you know, there's normal times, and then there's perilous times, and sometimes it's hard for people to recognize that they're in a perilous moment when they get to a point where they've got hypothermia, and you got to take care of yourself. You got to get yourself into a protected environment. If that means a rain poncho hunkered up under a log, then you do it. You know, get wet clothes off, get into a survival blanket or a sleeping bag, or whatever you need to do. But if you wait too long with hypothermia, then you no longer have reasoning and rationale, and you do crazy things like keep hiking through a lightning storm on the top of a mountain for the goal of getting to a shelter when you had one. It's called a tent, or it's called a poncho. You know, you find your place where you've got some real thick woods like we got here, and you get up under some pines to protect you and get some cover over you, even if it's just to the tarp of your tent. Anyway, enough of my lecturing. So I got him some hot liquid in him, got him in a sleeping bag. 3 hours later he stopped shaking, so he's okay. And I think he's not quite totally aware of the danger he was in. But okay, I just about slipped on this really nasty rock. So, and I got more of them, so I'm going to put the phone up and hike with caution. Thanks, bye. I'm just going to share this walk with you for a minute with no talking. The pines are wet. Oh, they smell just like Christmas. I want you just to imagine everybody walking through here with the smell of those pines. All right, we were talking about survival a little earlier. There's a perfect place that somebody could pull up, throw up a tent if they were in trouble. I know it's not 200 feet from the trail, but you know you're in trouble. Desperation. There's another one right there. Okay, I'll be quiet now. Roan Mountain, you're so beautiful, but you are sure a beast to climb. Hey, grandkids, look. Grandpa's going to be doing some cloud walking again. Going to climb right up into the clouds. Is that cool or what, huh? Going to do some more cloud walking. Woke up in the clouds this morning. Smile, you're gonna be on YouTube for my grandkids.
Thank you.
What ball did you say this was?
Round ball.
Round ball. It is round. It is beautiful up here. You usually don't get to see that far in advance the trail and where you're going to be climbing. Oh boy, good cardio coming up. Excellent. We'll see how I feel at the top. I might be cussing. We'll see. All right, see you later. Bye. Boy, this is so helpful because I'll tell you, the climb up Roan Mountain was a cardinal south on the compass. Could really mess you up. So it's kind of nice that they're reassuring you you are northbound. That's awesome. All right, see you in a minute. Bye. Hey Leslie, this one's just for you. Look at this little valley, and can you see those nice cabins down there and stuff? This is what we need to find. Something like this for you and me. Have our little getaway. Oh man, it's beautiful. Okay, I made it on the top, up to the top of Jane Bald, which is where I am now. It was a good little climb up. There's a trail. It just at the crest, and now this is, I think it's called Grassy Bald. So that's the next one. Keep going higher and higher. That's still up over 5,000 feet. Okay, looks like I found myself a nice ramp, and I'm going to try it. A little oniony, a little garlicky. Wow, that's good. Wow. Big Bird likes. Wow, that's good. I've been walking through this beautiful meadow, and if you look in this lush green, you see these little bunny-eared things. Well, that's the ramps that I was describing the other day, and they're all over here. And this is my 5th or 6th one. You have to be really careful when you pull them up because they do have a root ball that snaps right off, but they're in there pretty good, and they'll break right about there if you're not careful. You have to pull them up real slow, wiggle them around. But man, these things are good. I'm eating them like crazy. I like them. This is so beautiful through here. Okay, at Yellow Gap, which is just up here behind me about 0.2, is where the Overmountain men traveled as part of the Revolutionary War to Kings Mountain, where they were instrumental in defeating the British. And this barn was built for a horror movie and then left here for the AT. And it's called Overmountain Shelter. It's supposed to sleep about 20 people. I think my friend Brett Wendell stayed here. I think the time he stayed here, he actually put up his tent inside. Looks pretty rickety. The wind we're driving, it would probably definitely be a area of concern for snow coming in and wind and rain and everything. Boy, isn't that beautiful? Oh, somebody's got a nice house up there. Very pretty. Well, I decided to stay here tonight. It's only 2:30. Now it's a little early to stop to see that bald whip there get across, and the other one, and these clouds starting to close in a little bit, starting to get dark. Got some buildup starting to happen. We've got rain forecast and thunderstorms for this afternoon. I don't want to get caught up there. Tried to talk Hamfist into staying here tonight, but he really wants to get down to the border crossing at 393, another 10 miles. So I'll meet him at the Harbor Mountain in tomorrow night. We have reservations. He'll get in there early, get a lot of stuff done. I'll get in here late, but I'll have a much better hike tomorrow. Not worrying about the lightning. Plus, we might have some trail magic coming, we heard. So he'll miss the beer and the hot dogs. Oh well. Sorry, Hamfist. Okay, can you see him? It's a snake, non-poisonous, got round eyes. He just came running across the path, trying to get out of my way. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, across the water. Very non-poisonous, very pretty. Okay, so here's some trivia. The barn's in Tennessee. Tennessee won't allow privies on the trail, but there's a privy here. So essentially, I have to walk from Tennessee to North Carolina to use the privy, because a privy is in North Carolina. So I'm going to sit on the throne and do my business and look out upon this beautiful valley. Hey everybody. Well, it's the end of day 57. As you can see, the shadows are getting long down there in the valley. I did stay here at Overmountain. We did get trail magic, hot dogs, sodas, chips, beer, and the guys that are doing the trail magic are actually staying here tonight too. We've had, we did not get the rain. You know, I thought for sure we were going to get the thunderstorms. It didn't happen, so tomorrow, so I only did a 7-1 today, and tomorrow's a 9-2, down to US 19, and there's a hostel down there. Harbor, oh come on brain. Sorry, I'll remember it tomorrow. Like Harbor Mountain Inn or something like that. Supposed to have a really great breakfast buffet in the morning. Have a reservation for a room there. Probably might zero there. At least that was the plan, pending how things went today with my the hamstring pull that I got yesterday. Today coming down, even though it's mostly down, I took it slow, I took it easy, took the climbs, took my time, and didn't have any repeat. Now I did take a little bit of Motrin this morning. Things are feeling pretty good on that front right now, so I'm not going to take anything tonight. See how things go in the morning. Don't want to take too much of that because of my adverse drug reaction with the aspirin that I take for my circulation. So anyway, beautiful scene behind us here. I could have a cabin here and spend the rest of my life. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, it's time to say goodnight, and we'll see you in the morning. Gonna hike up behind me there, up those balds, if you will. So I'm gonna hike up that direction, then down, all the way down to the valley, which is probably where US 19 is. So that's in store for tomorrow. So, all right, everybody, have a good night, and to my family, I want you to know I miss you, and I love you a lot. Bye.